Salutations, friends. It's your pal, said Stevie, and today I am taking a closer look at this big mamma jammer right here from Bestech. This is the Keen 2. I did a little bit of research, and I wasn't able to find a Keen 1, so I don't know what that's about. Anywho, this is a knife that was sent to me by Bestech. Bestech actually reached out and said, "Hey," said Stevie, "you interested in checking out some of our knives?" I said, "Hey, Bestech, I certainly am. Send them my way." So they did. This actually got sent to me from another channel, and I'm sending it to another channel, so they're passing knives around from channel to channel, so said Stevie ain't nothing special, but any hoodles. Here we are, Keen 2, rather large folding pocket knife. Let's do some size comparisons right off the top. Here it is against my Spyderco Manix 2. I'll try to go pivot to pivot there. And my Spyderco Para 3. So as you can see, it's much larger than the Para 3 and considerably larger than the Manix 2 as well. So definitely on the large size. Well, how large is it? Let's get some specs out of the way. We are looking at a 4.19-inch blade, a 5.63-inch handle for an overall length of 9.82. So, yep, it's big. We have a nice, let's see if my camera will focus here, a nice stone-washed clip point blade, satin flats on it there with a blasted fuller and thumb stud for deployment. You see Bestech knives as the logo on the show side. Captive pivot on the show side. This is in marbled carbon fiber, this variant. You got a couple of cutouts there. Titanium backspacer. 3D milled titanium pocket clip, non-reversible, and you do have a spot for a lanyard there, and then you kind of got this flat that I guess acts a little bit as a pommel, I guess. You have T6s as the body screws, which is no bueno. Stop it with the T6. Just stop it. It's unnecessary. But then you do have this stonewashed, kind of tumbled titanium for the frame lock side. And then you see that it is an S35 VN for the blade steel. And the maker's mark right there, which is Morgan Koen. I don't know very much about Morgan Koen, and I had to look him up. He has another design with Bestech that's a big old folder as well called the Loch Ness, I think. But I did look him up on Instagram, and I'll have him linked in the description. But he appears to be a custom knife maker that does like swords and paddles and axes and maces and fixed blades, and I think he's got some other folders in there. But he does appear to be a custom maker, so looks like they're working with him on this one. But I've had this knife in for, I guess, I don't know, a week or so now, and I have been carrying it a fair amount, and I am digging it. I gotta say, there is easy access to the frame lock there. You got this nice cutout, so very easy to disengage. It has very solid lockup, writing on cage ceramic bearings. Action is good to go. It did come centered completely, and there is no blade play up and down, left, right, side to side, and all that. It's got a big blade, so the action is definitely, anytime you got a big old blade like that riding on bearings, you're going to get, some good drop shut, fall shut action. Detent is pretty snappy for the studs. You can middle finger flick it, no problem, and I can reverse flick it as well. It is, I would say, a heavy detent, but I can overcome it, no problem. It's a little bit lighter if you try to flick it from the fuller, which you absolutely can, and you can slow roll it as well. Ergos for a big ass knife. You've got to have good ergos, and for me, that has double XL hands, ergos are a money. No jimping on the spine of the knife. However, you do have some jimping back here on the frame and the carbon fiber scale there. So I'm able to lock into this really well. I guess if I wanted to ride up, I kind of got this little flat here that I could do that too. But as you can see, I got a really, really good purchase on this knife. And even like in a reverse grip, that you got that little flat there, whatever kind of cuts you're trying to do with this thing, I think is going to be good to go. It is a clip point, so if you needed to do some fine tasks with it, you could. But I think that this is a rather good large folding knife. I don't keep more than one large folding knife in my collection. I like a big knife, but it's not something I'm really going to carry. It's something that I would probably bring with me more as a backpack knife or something. And the current knife that I have as my large knife in my collection is Gungnir. And this really isn't a backpack knife. This is a knife, and you can see it's the same size as Gungnir. Gungnir might be a little bit bigger, maybe not, maybe right around the exact same size. But I gotta say, as much as I love Gungnir, and I do love me Gungnir, this is a fantastic knife. Super nice hollow grind on this. Nice jimping. Excellent, excellent ergos as well. Love everything about this knife. The Keen 2 seems a little bit more practical for a large knife. So it's making me think, do I keep Gungnir as my large folder, or does Gungnir hit the chopping block and I go with something like the Keen 2? I don't know. Big price difference between the two. This is a $400 plus knife, M390 Reop production. Bestech S35VN. These are listed on White Mountain Knives, depending on which variant you're going to go with, between $298 and $271. So I guess with your 10% off, what's that, about $268 and about $245, because they do have G10 handles. You got you got their funky G10 Damascus style that they got. You got a coated blade there, and these ones that's a return strong D10, so it's a little bit cheaper. But 271 for the coated blades and the different micarta, or excuse me, G10 scales. So it's a fairly affordable knife, I guess, for what you're getting. Clip point blade with S35VN full flat grind there. This one is in their carbon fiber titanium frame lock. $268 after the discount. I don't think that's too bad of a price. I can get down with that, and I do think it's good to go. One thing I noticed though, it's not very sharp. Not very sharp at all. And I don't know if that's just because the amount of people that have used it prior to me or what that is, but it's not really sharp. So I wanted to see if I could strop it up real quick. And I happen to have one of Lancelot Leather's horsebutt strops here. Side 1, side 2. Is that hard for you guys to figure out how to use? I would think just without reading any instructions, I would start with the 1 and then go to the 2. That's just my thought process. You usually progress, not go backwards. So, I don't know. This apparently was really difficult for someone to figure out. But, anywho, let's give this a couple of passes on the strop and see if we can get it back to life. I'm not the greatest at stropping, so if you see some, I need some improvement to my technique, let me know. But I'm just going to do about 10 passes each way here on each side. 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm sure I don't have the best stropping technique, but this seems to work out pretty good for me. Um, so here we are on the final side. Joe really likes this horse hide. Comes from the butt of the horse. He said it's a little bit superior of a leather, and I'll link these in the description as well. Nope, I just need to go on this side now. 1, 2. I also do strop on one of his ugly strops with some of Lacy Lace's diamond emulsions. But as of late, I've just been using this horsehide, this horse butt strop. So let's see what that if that did anything to it. We get a little bit, well, a little bit better. I think it needs some. It needs to be touched up, maybe on a ceramic rod. I think the edge is a little too far gone. So again, I don't know if that was um, part of the out of the box it came like that, or what the deal is. Typically on pass around knives you don't do hard use, so I don't know. But the grind does seem good to go. Could have a little bit better of a sharpening choil, I suppose. I guess the plunge grind is pretty edge terminates pretty close there. I don't know. I'm starting to pay attention to sharpening a little bit more, and hopefully actually going to do some sharpening videos. But anyway, there's the King 2, folks. This is a knife that I can absolutely recommend. Uh, I think that if you are looking for a big folder, I know that there's plenty of options out there. I'm just talking about this specifically. Let me wet my whistle before I finish up here. Drinking some coffee, black, just like my soul, out of my some dude cup. Look at, he made Matisfaction, he made Grumpy Grunt, he made Pocket Metal, and then he made said Stevie. Look at that. Papa and Mrs. Rhino actually printed these mugs up and sent them out to us. Shout out to some dude. Shout out to Mama and Papa Rhino as well. But in regards to just this knife, again, I know that there's a lot out there, especially when you start talking about $268 price point. There's a lot out there, but if this is something that I think, as I always say, checks your boxes, I got no problem recommending this knife. It's very comfortable. Again, ergos are good. Action is good. Edge, definitely. I don't know what it comes like out of the box. Needs a little bit of love. But you got nice thumb stud action here with a stiff detent. S35 VN. In regards to sharpening, I have a lot of Bestech S35 VN, and I have no problem touching these up. And I am a very novice sharpener. I'm nothing like Kyle, who does sharpen. Klingon Works quality sharpening, linked in the description if you want a really nice edge on one of your knives. Check out Kyle. But yeah, Keen 2. It's good to go in my opinion. I can give this 2 thumbs up. Yeah. So shout out to Bestech for sending this along. I do appreciate it. They sent a couple of other knives that uh, I should probably do a video on them, but they're not for me. Not everything Bestech does is a home run for me, but when they do a good job, I think they really do a good job. But yeah, the those are the skirmish. I don't even know if I want to take the time to make videos on them. I'm not a fan of them, not at all. Uh, yeah, we'll see. I don't know, but again, shout out to Bestech. Appreciate you guys sending this along. What do you guys think? Is it too big? Are you not interested into big folders? What do you guys like for your big folder? Have you tried out something like Gungnir? I used to have the Vero Synapse XL. I got rid of that and kept Gungnir. I liked Gungnir a little bit better than the Synapse XL. So, any hoodles, that's what I got for you right now, folks. One last thing, you got a little over a week and a half to pick up a EDC Roundtable Anniversary coin. We celebrated our 1 year birthday this week, back on the 14th, on Sunday, actually. And you've probably seen the videos for this. I'll link it up here. But we have a giveaway going for everyone that purchases one of these coins. They're $25 on the website, established 2022. And yeah, pretty nice coin. So anyway, that'll be linked in the description as well if you're interested. Appreciate you folks tuning in. If you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing, and then check out that video and give it a like as well. And until the next one, I bid you mofos adeuces.